remember maybe not my name, but they remembered you're the guy that barks like a Neanderthal. And I said, that's me.
Yeah. And you like doing radio.
Yeah. I loved it in college. I did voiceovers. I've done voiceovers for Chevy, Kodak, Kraft.
It's so funny that it's also funny that you have this weird relationship with not tense, but you have this kind of cranky relationship with kids, and you're like a kid's icon. I mean, you're Buzz Lightyear, for God's sake.
That's my biggest joke ever. Where God would go, what is it you want? And I said, I want to be on the Johnny Carson show. And then you've got to be able. I used to say, you tell God exactly how you want that to happen. Otherwise, it might not happen like you want it to.
Yeah.
Because I said, I want to do the Tonight Show. And God said, okay. Next thing, I'm doing Santa Claus, Buzz Lightyear, Home Improvement, family shows. I said, wait a minute. I forgot to tell you I hate kids. Now I'm like this. I didn't. Well, you never told me that. You just said you want to be on the Tonight Show. Yeah. You got to be careful. We got to be very specific with me. Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to get it. But this is how you did it. And I said that. Believe me, that did not go on. I can't believe I was Santa Claus. The script was Stephen Leo. The comedians wrote it. And it was dark, man. It was so dark. I shot and killed Santa. The opening scene of the original movie, I shot him.
Yeah.
And he fell off the roof. And the kid goes, you just killed Santa. I said, well, he shouldn't have been on the roof. He should have been at the mall where he belongs. I thought he was robbing the house. And they didn't, as I recall, the head of the studio said, we want you in this movie. We think it's funny. And I said, it's the funniest movie. I've literally one of the funnier scripts I've ever read that didn't get changed except for the opening scene, which they said, we can't start a Disney movie with you murdering Santa. And I said, why? You kill all the parents in every other movie.
But they wouldn't let you.
No, they said, we're going to start it off soft or he disappears.
So it's interesting. You've had this lifelong relationship with Disney.
Yep.
And it's interesting that, I guess it speaks to the fact that you publicly, you are a old school conservative and not a right wing whack job.
I never really, I just don't like, once I started making money, I had this silent partner that just took almost half of my money and never gave me anything for it. And that was the taxes. I've never liked taxes. Whoever takes the taxes and never tells me what they do with it. I'm a fiscal conservative person with money. My family's, that's it. It's all I don't like you taking. I worked pretty hard for this stuff and I accomplished a lot and I was handicapped by my own errors. Right. It's all my fault. Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
But I had this silent partner, never liked taxes, never liked what they do with taxes and the bullshit, both sides. It's not their money.
The silent partner being the government?
The government. I never really liked that. I don't like that.
Are you concerned or has Disney ever said anything to you? Are you too big an earner for them to give a shit?
No, because I said the powers that be, I literally don't preach anything.
Right.
I said what I've done is I've just not joined into, as I call it, the we culture. I'm not telling anybody else how to live. I don't like that. It was like we should do this or we should do that. And once I realized that the last president pissed people off, I kind of liked that. So it was fun to just not say anything, didn't join in the lynching crowd.
But so you got to kick at his belligerent anger.
Yeah, I didn't, and I even know the Clintons.
Yeah.
And Bill Clinton has been a very genuinely nice guy to me. And I used to send, when he was president, I sent them Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
It's from Disney, and I sent all the movies that we did and Merry Christmas from them. And I sent it to Bush too, and I sent it to the Obamas. I'm a bolster. I just didn't think that Hillary should have been president. So it's like in the end of the election, you go the other direction. And I said, there's nothing personal about it. If you don't like it, then wait till the next election. So
you stay. You don't engage with that stuff.
No, I did. I said if you want to engage philosophically, that's great, and that's where I get into trouble these days. If I get in philosophical discussions, well, that's interesting. Where do we start? Right, and you don't. Who has time for that? And what outlet would that be? And then you don't want to get hoisted on your own petard by depending on. Well, no, if you've ever been in a debate class, which I have. Debate itself is a winning and losing proposition. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean you're right or wrong. Mm-hmm. You just won the debate. You scored a point.
Right.
It's an old Roman thing, cui bono. Who profits by this? And I've asked, anytime we get in an argument, I said, what's your point? Let's just get to the point. Do you want me to love this or dislike this? No, I just want you to see clearly. Well, I can see clearly. That's not my problem. I just said, what is your point? Cui bono? Who profits by the position that you're pushing? Oh, nobody. Why are you asking me those questions? I just have to be clear about what it is we're doing here. Do you want me to have what would be your point at the end of this?
Yeah. Like, I get it. Yeah.
Most people say nothing. I just want you to know the truth.
Right.
Okay. So do we agree on fundamental elements of the truth? No. And as I said earlier.
And then debate's over.
Nobody watching the store. There's people in high positions that out and out just make shit up. And they kind of look around and realize that there's no penalty for that, and then
that's insane. That's insanity, dude.
And insane.
And nobody. And the thing is
nobody calls them on it.
Well, everybody thinks they can get away with shit now. A lot of dubious sources out there.
Yeah, or no source. You just make it up,
sure.
And there's nobody around to say you were wrong, so you go ahead with it.
Right. So now what's the emotional sort of feeling about the Last Man Standing ending? Is it you've been with these people for years now?
I can't. I'm so sad. I'm having a tough time because I adore the crew. What we've been through, we've had life, death. Canceled, not canceled. The crowd resurrected us on Fox. Fox has been great. ABC was great, but the writers have been great. It's got better and better. Then we added Leno. We had the youngest daughter went on to be a movie star, and she keeps coming back. And it's like a real family to me. And I can't say that I'm not it. Knowing it was the last year, Home Improvement, we decided it was last year. We'd had enough. This one, we were still going. And then to end it right now, we've got 4 more to do. And I'm relishing every moment of it.
Good.
It reminds me, unfortunately, that you have a very sick relative that's on life support, and but they're not going to last. And I said it saddens me. I'm not right now excited about moving on because I've spent so much of my heart and soul into keeping this thing going, and I love every minute of it. I love where I'm looking around the set every day, like the day. God, I've looked at this stuff for 9 years, and Hector Elizondo and I become close friends. And I said, we've grown together. The kids were little girls when we started this, and Nancy Travis and I said, have become great friends. And I said, it's very difficult.
Yeah. And this new show now, I'm assuming that you've got money saved. You don't you don't want to stop working, apparently.
No, I don't. I love what I do. I love being funny. This Assembly Required was a young producer, Kate Fox, and I have been pushing this around for quite a while. And I like mentoring people, me included, about getting stuff done. And so we put an idea together about celebrating the people that do solve problems, that like a line producer and my people in my business that just, they don't care about politics. We want to get the movie done for this price. This is what you can do. And builders, I'm an old designer, and I like building. The contractor has got to solve all the problems.
Yeah.
The designer, it'll be great. We'll have windows everywhere.
Yeah.
And the contractor goes, can't really afford all that. And it reminds me of politics. The designer is the Democrat. That'll be beautiful and it'll be wonderful and let all this light in. And the contractor goes, but you're going to need 30-foot windows, and all your furniture will get faded quickly. And then, but the beauty, but you got to compromise somehow. And I want to celebrate the people that solve problems.
It's funny.
So Assembly Required.
It's funny that the metaphor is that the Democrats are going to have to compromise.
Well, both of them, the contractor.
Got to meet in the middle somewhere.
The contractor would like to build a brick building, and the designer, the liberals have this beautiful idea, and it's wonderful. Their hearts are big and open, and it'll be great, and it'll let light in, and it'll be eco-friendly, and the contractor goes, well, it can't be because the plumbing's got to do this, and can we do it this way and put the generator, blah, blah, blah. And I said, so assembly required, started off that way. The virus hit, they had to change the format. I'm thrilled at how they were able to develop the show. It's changed a bit. It's adapted.
So how does it work? Is it a game show?
Now it's a competition. You go 3 different builders, get 3 different boxes, some random parts in there. They got to figure out what the parts are, build something out of those parts. Next build, they add those parts, expand it, modify it. And the last one, you got to combine it with something big and make a big build, get shipped now. It used to be, the idea was to be all done in the same big studio. Now it's at their own, because of the virus, we had to send everything to them. Made it kind of interesting because you see men and women problem solvers. And my God, whatever we screw up, humans, we can fix.
So it's like Apollo 13 every week?
Yes. Some parts of it, and there were a lot of struggles that we didn't get through. I've been in movies, theater, stand-up, television. This format is very hard on me because it's real. Yeah. And I lose it and get moody, and I had to get, like the director said, you've never done this before, have you? I said, what, stand around for 8 hours, get filmed talking about shit? No, because half the time I'll say crap and they go, you can't say that. I got myself into some, I get into doing comedy, raw. I mean, working without a net comedy.
Well, that's exciting. Huh? Well, Tim, I wish you the best of success with it.
Well, thank you, Mark. I really appreciate the time, man.
Yeah, it was good talking to you, man. It really was. We'd never met before, and I've known your stuff for years, and we're both comics, and it's always good to talk to a comic.
Yeah, it really is, man.
Take care of yourself.
All right, buddy. Thanks for everything.
There you go. Tim Allen, road comic, real deal. Last Man Standing is on its final episodes. That airs on Thursdays on Fox, and the new show, Assembly Required, is on History Channel. That airs on Tuesdays. And don't forget, if you're struggling right now, check out BetterHelp. It's a secure, affordable online service providing professional counselors who can listen and help. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and BetterHelp will match you with your own licensed professional therapist. WTF with Marc Maron is sponsored by BetterHelp, and our listeners get 10% off their first month of online therapy when they visit BetterHelp.com/WTF. That's BetterHelp.com/WTF. Join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced BetterHelp professional. And also, just a side note, it looks like I'm having drop-ins on my Instagram Live, which I do most days in the morning. I do a guitar one, usually on Sundays. And there was a Kevin Morby situation. I didn't know who Kevin Morby was. And I still don't know his music that well, but I started talking about not knowing who he was, and we ended up getting closure on that on my IG Live on Sunday, yesterday. Also, Sadler Vaden. I did 2 yesterday. I was playing my guitar part. He was watching. He plays guitar for Jason Isbell, and he hopped on. We told some Jason stories he did, and a couple of Mike Campbell bits, and showed me his B-bender. Yeah, he whipped out his B-bender. So you can check my Instagram Lives, or you can go follow me on Instagram, @Marc Maron. Anyway, look, I'll play some. This is the guitar I was working on when I was rudely interrupted by Sadler Vaden. He's great. His record's great. Anyway, here. All right. Enough.